What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hey, hope y'all having a great day today. It's one of those days, if it can happen, it will. Man, oh man. So, I am not mowing. I haven't mowed in several weeks. JT is doing all the mowing. And, we've been getting hammered with rain here. And this is just one of those days, if it can happen, it'll happen apparently. So I'm wide open in ministry, and I'm trying to get a handle on everything that's, going on at the church, and just, we're trying to work through some stuff there. And so I've been meeting with people, well, as much as I can, to try to figure out, things we need to get worked out, things need to get straightened out, things, maybe we don't need to do, things we're doing we don't need to do. I don't even know if I said that right. But anyway, that's how confusing it all is. JT sends me a message today. He's, 20 miles from the house. He said, hey, did you have any, and I get all these messages at once. The first message said, hey, did you have any trouble with the sit down, which is the Super Z? It'll run, and then it shuts off, and then I wait and it crank back up. Well, before I see that message, the stander won't crank. So we got 2 mowers on the trailer for one guy, simply because we know that things break, tear up, mess up, whatever, right? And not only that, if you get one stuck, you got something you can kind of hopefully drag it out of the hole with this time of year. So I call him. He don't know a lot about the mowers and the way they operate, and so I say, well, it's probably the switch, because I've never changed the seat switch out on the Super Z. What he was describing to me sounded like that switch was maybe going bad. So I walked him through how to, and we don't have tools in the truck because I took the toolbox off and never put the toolbox in there. So he's got a pair of pliers, he's trying to tear the ends off of these wires, strip them back. Man, I went over that way too fast. And he gets them tied together, cranks right up. But the problem is, it had been cranking before, run a little bit and then shut off. So we don't know if it's fixed. So anyway, eventually, he calls me back, says, no, that's not the problem. It's still shutting off. And could be the battery on the stander. We don't have the tools to swap them over. And just a mess, man, just a mess. So what do? You just laugh. Ain't nothing you can do, man. So I said, well, if you can get that thing cranked. I'm at my daughter's house now. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I met them over there. We're pouring some self-leveler on about, I don't know, maybe 500 square feet or something we had to do this afternoon to get her floors finished. I said, man, if you can get that thing, if it'll crank, get on the trailer, just get on the trailer, come home. Don't worry about it. We'll just start back over. I'll try to get out there and look at them and figure out what's going on. Now, meantime, my V-Ride is broke. I thought I ran out of fuel, went out there to put fuel in it, went out there to crank it, it won't crank. Now this was like 2 weeks ago, and I never have taken it because I need to take it to a different dealership. Now I still got the X1, but of course he didn't have it with him. And so I need to get at least one of them going. I can put the X1 on the trailer because we need 2 mowers on there. So I'm headed to the shop now to see if I can figure out, if maybe we got a battery issue. I don't know if him putting them switches together, trying to bypass that seat switch, if he could have hit some metal with the wires and blew a fuse or something. I mean, I don't know. So I'm about to go down here and fight the heat and the yellow flies, see if I can get a lawnmower working. And then he needs to be, he needs to be off tomorrow. So anyway, here we are. Now, I ain't blaming JT for none of this. He does a good job. I mean, it's just like, this is just the circumstances, you know. But see, I used a Super Z to cut my neighbor's yard the other day. I didn't have any trouble with it. And of course, he didn't have any trouble. He had already cut. He was at, I guess, the 4th yard when all of this started. So, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. But I'm fixing to get out here and see if I can figure out what's going on. So, you know, I didn't think to tell him to check the oil or something in it. I figured, you know, the light would be on if he had an oil issue. So, and that he would think to check the oil. But there again, you know, sometimes you start missing the obvious. When things go wrong, it's so easy to overlook the obvious. So let's get over here and see if we can see what's going on. And then the jumper cables weren't in here, because I told him, I said, well, you can try to jump off the Super S, and if that works, then we know we have a battery issue. So it is not doing anything. So my first order of business, now we've been having a little trouble with that switch too, which I should have fixed. So my first order of business is probably to put some jumper cables on here and see what we got going on with this bad boy. Let's see if this thing will crank up. He said it'd run like 10 seconds and then just shut off. The other problem is you may have to get it hot for it to do it, you know. I'll try to pull up and get out of the mud hole. Check back with y'all. All right, so it sat here and run until I went in and got the key out of the shop, and while I was in there it shut off. So y'all just heard that. That's what it just did. It obviously needs a new fuel filter on it. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I don't think I've changed that in a while. The air filter is fine. So I wonder what would make it. Got plenty of oil. I don't have any idea what would make it run like that and then shut off. That's almost like some kind of safety switch or something, but see, he's got that bypassed right there. Got these wires stuck down here and tied together. So it's not that. But anyway, while I'm standing here, while I still got this on the trailer, I'm gonna grab the jumper cables and I'm gonna put them on the Super S and see if it'll crank. If it's a battery issue, I'll go take the one out to V-Ride and put a battery in it and get it back going. And get it back going, and then put the X1 on there, I reckon. I don't even know if the battery cables are in here. Probably done took them out of here. I only got 3 sets of battery cables, jumper cables. Somewhere in all this mess. All right, let me see if I can find them. All right, the Super Z had a blown fuse in it, and when you plug it in, something else comes on. So I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's a fuel pump. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that fuse is. I'd have to get on there and look at the schematic, but it was blown for some reason. Now, did them wires touch something and that get blown? I don't know, but I just crank it up. It ran for 10 minutes. I'm coming down here right now. I'm gonna get a battery out of the Skag and put in the Super S, because that seems to be the issue with it. And the main thing is I just want to get them back going. If it don't rain, which it looks like it's about to, but if it don't, I'm gonna run down here real quick and take that Super Z out here and cut my yard just to make sure. We'll just run over it real quick. So and then if I got them both running, I can send them back out. And then if we have problems with it, I'll know, well, we just need to take it to the shop and get it figured out. But he'll still have one to cut with, so that's always the plan. We'll see. There's Darla. Hey, Darla. It's what we've been dealing with for weeks. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. I promise you. All right. Had a blow fuse in here. Went and cut my grass, and everything went well. So I don't know. I do need to change out that fuel filter. Just thought about that. I'm gonna do that. It's raining, as you can tell. I don't know, man. So this put us a half day behind, having to stop today. And just one of them things, you know. Anyway, let me see if I can find these filters. All right, got the fuel filter changed. I'm back at the house now. Trying to get my cord out of here. So I might actually go upload this video. I got another one that's coming out before this. I know I hadn't put nothing up in forever, but anyway, that's a day in my life. A bad day. But hey, you know what? Nah, I shouldn't say a bad day, because man, I'm dealing with people that's got terminal illness. Being a couple of days behind on lawns, lawnmowers breaking, man, when you put it in the greater context of all that's happening, that really is a pretty small thing. So anyway, that's what we got going. Hey, appreciate you watching the video, and my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him.